Hello everyone, it is Jess here from the Scrappy Sisters, and thank you for joining me for a Kitaholic Kits design team layout. So for this layout, I created a little star-spangled background, a starburst I think they're called, and I distressed the edges and then I stitched that on using my sewing machine. I used that paper that had the one part wood grain, one part pink, and then one part white, but I didn't obviously use the white section. I used the blue and white stripes. Then I've got my two photos here. They're a bit strange, these photos, but they tell a story, and that's what we do here at our scrapbooking, isn't it? We record the story. So the center of the page here, where all the starbursts meet, are a little bit messy, for want of a better word. So of course that's where I'm going to focus my photos. Multiple reasons. One, covers up the mess. Two, it already sort of draws your eye to the center because of that starburst. So that's what the look that I'm going to go for. Then I'm going to pop a little bit of floral on both sides, and then I'm going to use these gorgeous stars, and they're going to just stick on the blue and white stripes. And that's where I'm going to put all of the rest of my ephemera as well. And I'm really going to keep this relatively simple because I feel like the starburst, with the different pattern paper and the textures that are involved with that, makes this layout busy enough. So popping on a few sequins in sort of the pinkies and the silvery colours, just to help add to that sort of diagonal feel there, because they're all sort of sticking in that same blue and white stripe pattern paper. I actually ummed and ahed about whether to keep my embellishments focused around the doily in a sort of circle pattern that kind of stays focused right in the center, but in the end I decided to go with this sort of diagonal feel. So if you do have your own spin on this, or give this a little take of yourself, make sure you tag me in it so that I can see how you decide to embellish your layout, because as we know, once we think we're going to scrap lift, but once we get started, our own layouts tend to take on a mind of their own and turn to be a creation that we make all on our own. So I'd absolutely love to see how your little starbursty type layout here comes together. Lots of you have probably already made a starburst like this. They were super popular not all that long ago, with a lot of people even filling their entire page with a starburst. But I just decided I wanted to feature that pink wood grain paper along with that super cool sort of doodly border pattern in the background. I really loved that paper, but it was a little bit too busy for my eye. So I just made it busier, didn't I, by adding all the rest of the patterns on top. So how are you going with your kit? Are you progressing well? I have really loved working with this kit this month. I have found the Vicky Booten Storyteller range just super chill to work with. I really do love her supplies, so I think I often find it quite easy to work with. I used to find it super tricky to mix. She often bases her collections on cream, and I used to find it super tricky to mix the cream and the white, but that hasn't really caused me any problems at all this round. I think because her stickers are a little bit more white than they had been in the past, but even still I have not found that a problem at all. So you can see here I'm going to use this focused word that comes in the raw chipboard. I painted it with the Vicky Booten iridescent glaze in the pinky color, and then I think I did 2 or 3 layers of that, and then I did 2 or 3 layers of clear embossing powder, just to give it a sort of shiny glossy finish at the end as well. Then just pulling out some Kaiser Craft little alphas that I'm going to add to my title, because otherwise focused doesn't really make much sense. But yes, so this is a picture of myself and 2 other girlfriends. So yes, there were only 3 girls together for a night, and we did eat every single pizza and every single slice of said pizza that you can see out there. They were super small pizzas. They only had 4 slices, but even still, that is a lot of pizza for 3 people, and we loved it. And if you have a keen eye, you may notice that the movie in the background is Grease. It's when they're up on the bleachers You can see Olivia's dress in the background there. So this is my layout. I hope you have enjoyed watching how this came together, and I have inspired you to get creating with all that raw chipboard and wood veneer that came in our kit this month, and colour it in and embellish it up. And thank you so much, and stick around for the next one.